Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody. Let's take a quick look on the Bitcoin market. So here, as you can see, market total has broken the bullish context that we discussed previously. So as grabber has been erased here, it's both grabbers that we've got, and it was looking really nice. Once has erased to this downward action, as the butterfly that mostly was based on these grabbers also has been erased on intraday charts. This hasn't happened just occasionally because, as you know, overall background is changing right now, and some run into the quality have happened again. So for some significant additional demand for United States dollar, so it was sell-off among other currencies, and as Bitcoin mostly is treating as a risky asset, it also has taken some sell-off. So mostly the background for that is fundamental. So changing of the sentiment of the investors. That makes a lot actually currently, and although we're maybe not there to suggest really sharp reversal and downside significant action, still we have some bearish moments here that suggest that market could show a bit deeper retracement. So first of all, the most valuable thing that we have currently, it's of course strong bearish divergence that has been formed on a daily chart. And with an ability on the market to proceed lower, breaking the grabbers, it particularly has been confirmed recently by the MACD indicator. Second moment, we have the bearish reversal candle has been formed here. So it means that market has tried to reverse the overall tendency, trying to push up from the oversold area, and has failed. And by the end of the session, closed below the previous lows. This is a negative sign in the short-term perspective, and brings nothing good for bulls, at least on the daily chart. At the same time, you could see that market stands at oversold. So, and if previously we could see some spikes below this level, so market could sometimes challenge this level, but in general it works as like the support, and it shows some limits. It prevents market for a significant drop, and it means that despite that overall context stands bearish here, downside potential with a couple of sessions today, tomorrow probably is limited. This is definitely not the point where we would like to go short, because market stands at the result. We need to see the pullback for those of you who are watching for taking the short position. And at the same time, for scalp traders on intraday charts, existence of the oversold, if it will be accompanied by some additional factors, some patterns, maybe bullish patterns, some other support levels on intraday charts, that could become the background for short-term long trading. So, for example, you could take some very short-term intraday charts on the hourly chart, on the 30-minute chart, long position, to hoping to catch some pullback here. But be careful with that, and trying to focus only on the nearest standing targets. Do not marry any position currently, because it looks tricky, and overall environment not very friendly for taking the long position and keeping it for the week, for example, for a few sessions. So on the 4-hour time frame chart, we have a few moments to discuss. First of all, this ABCD pattern. At the first glance, you can see that market stands at the important area. So you can see this is former neckline of the hand and shoulders, which was natural support resistance area. Now it's again will be support. Market has completed the OP. And take a look, this is also 618 support, but not from the major lows, but from that one. So we'll take a look from these lows to this top. 618 support stands right here. So we have currently agreement support on the 4-hour time frame chart, accompanied with the daily oversold. Theoretically, it could become the background for a bounce, but we treated also some minor retracement on intraday charts. We do not think that this will happen, some real reversal here, because major context, bullish context that existed previously just a few days ago on the market has been broken, and this break is really significant. Another moment, what we do not like with this current situation is this acceleration to the OP. So market shows clear acceleration down. This is not a good sign. And if minor pullback here will happen, most interesting to consider 46 area, because currently overall situation looks so that when market will go away from the oversold condition on the daily, it could return back to the downside action. And more prominent in current situations to consider probably 46 area. Also because, well, it stands in agreement with the strong daily support. Currently, it's not very important, particularly this target. I am talking about this just because to warn you about taking the long position currently on the daily chart. Do not do this, because overall factors suggest at least overall situation looks not very good for taking the long position right now. Despite that market reversal, the long position could be taken only by the scalp traders who trade on the intraday charts. For the daily traders, despite that we had reversal, despite that we had some support, overall market performance and breaking of the bullish context brings nothing good, and it would be better to wait a bit more for more solid daily support where we theoretically could take the position. Besides, on the daily chart, it might happen that we could get a kind of the hand and shoulder or something of that sort, and 46 will be precisely around the neckline, so it might be a strong support area where the pullback here could start, and just from technical point of view, this is a much better level to consider taking the long position. So that being said, currently it's not a good point for taking the short because market had reversal. It's not good yet for taking the long position on the higher time frames, on the daily for instance, because overall market performance suggests that it might go lower in the next week. But for scalp trading, theoretically it is possible to consider short-term trades either from this area or from maybe 6 month support, 50 even. So here could be some minor bounce, but this bounce probably will be very small. And well, you need to take it into consideration whether this will be enough to calculate where you place the stop, where this will be acceptable risk-reward ratio. So all this routine that we do every time when we're planning to take the position. So that's our view on the Bitcoin.